When you picture someone who's 75 years old, what do you see? Because here's the thing, you could picture two completely different people. One who's hiking on a Sunday morning, laughing with friends, sharp as a tack, and another who's struggling to get off the couch, foggy, tired, feeling like life is mostly behind them. Same age, completely different experience. That's exactly what we're talking about today. The 7 levels of aging after 60. Because aging isn't one thing, it's a spectrum. And knowing where you fall on it, that might be the most important thing you learn this year. Level 1, Thriving Zone. Level 1 is what doctors quietly call successful aging. And honestly, more people reach this than you'd think. This is the person who hits 65, 70, even 80, and still has energy, still has curiosity. Their memory is solid, their joints cooperate most days, and they wake up with something to look forward to. What separates them? It's not just genetics, though that plays a role. Research shows it's a combination of consistent movement, not marathon running, just daily walking, strong social connections, and something that's often overlooked, a sense of purpose, having a reason to get out of bed. If you're watching this and thinking, that sounds like me, good. Protect it like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. Level 2, Slowing Down. Level 2 is where most people in their early to mid-60s quietly land. You're still functioning well, but you notice things. You get tired a little faster. Recovery takes longer, not just from exercise, but from stress, from travel, from a bad night's sleep. This isn't alarming. This is normal physiology. Your VO2 max, which is basically your body's ability to use oxygen, starts declining around this age. Muscle mass follows. Reaction time slows slightly. The danger here isn't the changes themselves, it's ignoring them. People at level 2 who start strength training, who prioritize sleep, who clean up their diet even a little, they often drift back toward level 1. The window is still wide open. Level 3, Warning Signs. Now we're getting into territory where the body starts sending louder signals. Level 3 is characterized by what medicine calls preclinical conditions. Blood pressure is creeping up. Blood sugar is hovering at the edge. Cholesterol numbers your doctor keeps monitoring. Balance that isn't what it used to be. Maybe some joint pain that's become a daily companion. These aren't diagnoses yet. They're yellow flags. And they matter enormously because this is the last level where lifestyle changes alone can genuinely reverse the trajectory. Don't slow it. Reverse it. If your doctor has used the word pre-anything, pre-diabetes, pre-hypertension, you are at level 3. And you have more power here than most people realize. Level 4, Managing Conditions. Level 4 is where chronic conditions have officially arrived. Type 2 diabetes, hypertension, osteoarthritis, mild heart disease. This is the level where a lot of people in their late 60s and 70s find themselves. And honestly, it's not a death sentence. Not even close. What defines level 4 isn't the diagnosis. It's whether the person is managing it or being managed by it. Some people at level 4 are incredibly active, disciplined about medication, eating well, and checking their numbers. They're holding the line. Others at the same level have given up. Multiple prescriptions, no exercise, poor sleep, and a kind of quiet resignation that's really heartbreaking to watch. Same level, completely different outcome. The difference is engagement. Level 5, Functional Decline. At level 5, aging starts affecting daily tasks. Getting up from a low chair becomes a project. Stairs require thought. Carrying groceries is genuinely hard. Driving at night gets uncomfortable. This is what geriatricians call functional decline. And it's significant because independence starts to feel less automatic. What's fascinating is that functional decline doesn't always follow a straight line. Physical therapy, resistance training, and even targeted balance work can restore function that people assumed was permanently gone. The brain is adaptable. The body, even in its 70s and 80s, responds to training. The worst thing someone at level 5 can do is rest their way out of it. Movement, even modified movement, is medicine here. Level 6, dependence and complexity. Level 6 is where a person needs real support to get through the day. Help with bathing, dressing, medications, and meals. Cognitive changes may be present, not necessarily dementia, but slower processing, more confusion, harder to track conversations or tasks. This is where the role of family, caregivers, and community becomes central. And here's something worth saying out loud. Being at level 6 is not a failure, not by any measure. Aging is not a moral test. Many people at level 6 have lived beautifully, done everything right, and still arrived here because life is complicated and bodies are finite. What matters at this stage is quality of life. Connection, dignity, comfort. Those things are still absolutely possible. Level 7, end of life. Level 7 is the final chapter. The body is winding down in ways that can't be reversed. This isn't something most channels talk about openly, but I think we should, because how we talk about the end of life shapes how people experience it and how their families experience it. This stage deserves peace, not panic, presence, not denial. Palliative care at this level has transformed dramatically. Pain management, emotional support, meaningful conversations. The goal becomes a good life right up to the end. And that is completely achievable. Wherever you are on this spectrum right now, you are not stuck. The research is clear. Choices made at every level, every single one, still change the outcome, still move the needle. The goal isn't to be young forever. That's not on offer. The goal is to be as alive as possible for as long as possible with the life you actually have. If this hit home for you, share it with someone you love. And drop a comment. I genuinely want to know, which level do you think you're at right now? I'll see you in the next one.